Well, welcome back to Tracktalk. Great to have your company as always here on the show, and we're now up to race number 7 on the program. Really good race this as well. It's a Class 4 over the mile. Implement. I really like this horse up at the top. I'll tell you a bit more in due course. Mandrake has also drawn a wide gate. Mark Lerner rides. You've got Shepherd's Hymn in here. Further down, Gold Reward, the mount of Jimmy Wong, has now joined Ricardo Lagrange. Limbs Unique's been in good form. Don De La Vega down at the bottom. Another one for Glenn Whittenbury on the card. He's only got a lightweight of 50 kilos as well. And Merrill, last start winner, is EA1. Strong and Best is EA2. We have got a pass run of Merrill, and it does include 1 or 2 others, so hence why we'll show it to you. Merrill is trained by James Peters. James Peters also trains Mandrake, who we're having a look at now, Ray. He's still 6 points higher than his last win, but he ran well off a point lower mark behind Metal World 2 back. Forget last time, James has trialled him. He's trialled well, but he's drawn wide.
Yeah, he's drawn wide, and it's hard. If he is at best form, he might just able to get the money for this Mandrake, but a little bit wayward, as you said, erratic, hard to follow a couple of races. But that was a good trial, as you said. Good turn of foot.
There's Shepherd's Hymn, who will be the mount of the champ. Vlad Jurek rides the horse for the first. I mean, his record, Ray, in the last 12 months. Have a look at this for Michael Clements: 29 rides, 10 winners, 4 seconds, 3 thirds. That's phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah.
Isn't it?
It's, yeah, you're right. With Durek, with this leader combination of champion trainer and champion jockeys, so I want to really respect him.
That's basically 50% first or second.
50%, wow.
Well, 14, 29. Here's Gold Reward, who's joined Ricardo Lagrange, has been consistently in form, stays further.
Yeah, maybe about 1800, but on this 1600, not too bad performance from him. Gold Reward have been ultra consistent of late, so one to consider for quartet.
Do you know, he's an interesting. He's one of them horses that he's had 13 goes Class 4. He's never won one, but he always runs well. And I sort of feel sorry for horses like that because they win like a bit like, say, Always Innocent of Shane Burchigas. They win top end of Class 5. They're probably too good for Class 5. But Class 4, they just bottom end, but they just struggle to win one. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just struggle to win one.
Always find someone better than him.
Yeah, exactly, but always runs well.
Yeah, remember years ago, always certain, always behind, forever, better than ever, ranking second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way it is.
Bridesmaid. You and I will never be bridesmaids. Here's Don De La Vega. Let's have a look at Don De La Vega. Well, you might be a bridesmaid if you really want to. What do you make? See, now, I wanted to show this run, Ray, because I thought this was a really interesting run here from Don De La Vega. He's come from a long way back, and he's getting back on turf. I mean, we know he's quite quirky. He's got his own ideas about the game. But this horse is now racing off of 49. I mean, if he doesn't perform here, he'll end up going to Class 5, which he will, I'm sure, win. But I'll just have a look at this. I thought this was a really good run.
Well, there was
He's
almost
wide.
Yeah, he was really wide in that race. In front was the Luck of Master and Starjack and all the good Class 4 galloper.
Here is the Merrill pass run now. Limbs Unique was obviously closest in second. You've got Champagne Finale here as well. She is the EA1. And look, you might be wondering, oh, where's the voting for Ride of the Month for March? Well, we decided not to run a poll because basically Harry Cassam wins it hands down. Because this was the day when he basically should have come off the back end of Merrill and didn't. I mean, the saddle has slipped completely and he still won. Amazing ride.
Amazing ride from Harry. What a good horsemanship from him. If he can get the run, maybe a chance for him today. She.
Meryl Street.
Meryl Street, I'm sorry.
But yeah, look, good win last time. Obviously, Limbs Unique would be some sort of chance, obviously, having chased her last time out. And she has got 5 kilos more to sort of carry, which will in turn be 2.5 kilos in weight on her back. So it will just prove that a bit tougher for her. But she's an honest type of mare who does go well on turf. Look, I've got to mention Implement up at the top. We haven't shown you a past run of him yet, but he actually beat Rocket Star back a little while ago, last March in fact. And Rocket Star, you would have read a good article on the website with Mike Lee that had written with Ricardo Lagrange. I mean, he's a very smart horse. This horse beat him. He's down in grade. He ran over totally the wrong trip last time behind Dark Bounty, but I thought ran a really good race. I know he's drawn wide, but I think he's ready to go bang in a race like this.
Yeah, Implement got his class performance, class quality. As you said, that was when he beat Rocket Star. It was in 2020 in March that time, right? There was quite some time back. Steadying dropped back
last
to
win, actually.
Yeah, last win. That was not sometimes ago. So coming back to this class, I think he does have the class quality. Sit back and run on type.
Yeah, he actually was beaten 2 lengths behind Big Hearted, and I mean he's a Gold Cup winner. So there we go. Just give us a line on Michael's other runner, though, Shepherd's Hymn. That's your top pick.
Yeah, my top pick because he's been trying to get the win of late now. So as you look at the morning track work, it was working really well with champion jockey on board.
Yeah, Shepherd's Hymn, obviously interesting that Vlad takes the ride. Let's have a look at the selections then. Implement for me. Although I haven't got a spot for Shepherd's Hymn, but he's a very interesting runner. Mandrake in for seconds. I've gone 1/2. Limbs Unique in for third. Gold Reward. Again, as I mentioned before, he just runs an honest race. 1, 2, 8 and 7.
Yeah, I'm going for Shepherd Hymns. I've been trying to get a win of late, ultra consistent type of horse. And number 4, we hardly talk about him, but this is Iron Champ has got very good speed in front. If he get a soft lead, he's can be quite a big danger. A little bit hard to follow. Number 2, Mandrake, and 1 Implement, the top 4 horses. 3, 4, 2 and 1.
Yeah, I think if you work around the top numbers, you're not going to go too far wrong. Race 8 is a Class 5 over the mile. This is the 8th of 12 races on the card. It's going to be an absolute marathon if you're with us on Sunday. Blitz Power up at the top. We need to keep it in the family there with Harry Dream and Politas recently winning. Further down, Fountain of Fame has been in good form. We're going to show you his past run and some track work very shortly. Black Taipan Sportscaster, both unfixed. Don't think unfixed as a jockey, because it's not. What about? It's a common mistake. People do make that mistake. They say unfixed has got a lot of rides this week, hasn't he? What about Fountain of Fame?
And there's so many unfixed.
Yeah, he never rides, never run.
Yeah. Oh gosh, my Fountain of Fame have been pretty honest up horse, still a maiden in Singapore, but he had been trying to get a win of late. So I think this is the last straw for him to get a champion jockey on board. So the intention is there. He wants to win.
Do you know his dam? Her name is Shylock's daughter. That's quite interesting, isn't it? It was Shylock running, so we got Shylock the horse, and the mother of this horse is Shylock's daughter.
Interesting.
There we go. Fountain of Fame, and Shylock, I think, was Shylock a money collector?
The mother's prompt payment, right?
Something like that. Yeah, but I think anyway. We'll tell you more on race day regarding the naming of horses. It's not our speciality at times. Anyway, let's have a look at these selections. Fountain of Fame for me and Ray. I mean, look, he was probably the easiest pick, I think, in a race like this. Fort Mustang had excuses last time. What happened to him? He pulled up Distress. Forgive him. He can go better, but he's drawn wide. Balor in for third, and I've thrown Blitz Power in as well. 7, 2, 4, 1. Fountain of Fame. Hopefully, he gets the money here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Number 7, Fountain of Fame, on top for me. One of the horses I like this Blitz Power. Actually, I think this Class 5 should be able to handle it. And number 8, Scooter, a good speed in front. Roman Classic have been training very well in the morning, so I'm going to put him inside one of the top 4 selection. 7, 1, 8, and 10.
Yeah, 7, the popular. So we've teamed up on a few here, Ray, already today. Selections.
Yep.
You know what they say? Good minds think alike, or fools seldom differ. I don't know which one it will be. Karate Stakes A, race 7. This is a superb race because Top Knight is back in action. Looking forward to seeing him. Skywalk in the race as well. Zach Carser, who was 4th last time, obviously formerly runner-up in the Lion City Cup, and some of the real big names. Churchill, Webster's been group placed, Dark Bounty further down. Probably might find this a little bit hot. Charisma has been in super form. We're going to hear from Stephen Gray about this up-and-coming horse, and his progression hasn't stopped yet. And King Louis, well, I really hope he can bounce back to form, King Louis, because he's been off the radar recently, and I'm not quite sure where we're at with him. Let's have a look at Top Knight, though. We're going to look at the Gold Cup, Ray. Obviously, this is... I mean, we could have shown you any number of big wins from Top Knight, but we'll show you the Gold Cup. Obviously, this was his final run last year. What a horse this fellow's been. He's won over 1.7 million, 3 Group 1s. He really is a star.
He's a star, of course. He was beaten by this his stablemate, Big Hearted, but 1800, 1600, 1800, even up to 2000 meters. His performance outstanding. Good, solid turn of foot.
There's his track record. Now, this is probably more prevalent, I suppose, in the sense that this is recent and it's with Implement, who I strongly fancy there from one of our earlier races. Look, the plan will obviously be all the usual races that he was contesting last year, with a slightly scaled down program in 2021. But we look forward to seeing him Top Knight. He's never actually won over this trip though, but does go well fresh. Here's Skywalk. Ray, talk us through this trial, because we know he's a classy horse.
Yes, he's a classy horse. Earlier on we were talking about him. I thought he had done very well in the poly track as well, over the poly track. But recently he's sort of like tempered on the turf track, and that was a good from him a couple of times.
Do you know what? I had a look at his last turf win. It was the 13th of January 2017. He hasn't won on turf for a long, long time.
Have not won on for a long time, but maybe because he hardly went on turf.
Do you know what I think it is? Well, perhaps, yes, you're right. I mean, and also, you can see there he's quite a heavy topped horse. He's quite a thick, big, sort of strong horse. The polytrack is just a more forgiving surface.
Yes.
It's easier for a horse like him to perhaps not pick up injuries and so on. Here's Zach Carser. Now, I know you're quite keen on Zach. He's ready to win another nice race, isn't he, this guy?
Yeah, I can give a reason that he was beaten by this Limbs Lightning that time, because Fame Star was too quick in front. He couldn't really take it. He got beaten by Limbs Lightning as Fame Star. That was a forgivable race, so I'm going to back him up again.
Yeah, I like him here actually. And he's got a gear change. Having a quick look, he's actually got cross noseband on and a special bit on first time as well. So very interesting runner, and he's got a kilo less to carry this time around. One horse that has got a very light weight is the bang-in form Charisma. Now, we talk of turf, we'll discuss it after Stephen's interview, but he's all polytrack, isn't he, this Charisma?
He's all polytrack, yeah.
All polytrack. This race on turf, though, but Stephen Gray's not too perturbed because he might have one or two lofty targets for him going forward, and I pop round to Copperbelt Lodge to find out a bit more. Well, Stephen, another very consistent horse for you in the stable is Charisma. He's been doing wonders recently, and you've got him in the Crown GA this week. Again, how's he come out of his race? Because that was a nice win last time.
Yeah, he's good. He's a very tough horse, Nick. He's a trier, and I think that's why his form line says that. He's always puts in, and everyone that rides him say he really tries hard. I don't know really what he is yet, whether he wants 1400 grass or whatever, or he's just a poly horse because he's won his races on the poly, but he's won on the grass. So I just thought I'd put him in this race. We don't have a lot to choose from, right? And he gets in there for lightweight. Troy C will ride him half over. If he draws well, just throw him and see how he goes, because he's running for good money and no weight, so it won't hurt him.
And naturally, as you say, obviously, it's fully, everyone's fully aware that obviously the opportunities are a little bit thin on the ground nowadays compared to years gone by. Looking ahead, obviously, we've got a big Group 1 at the end of April, the Lions City Cup. I mean, should he come through this exam well, would that certainly be of interest to you?
Oh, well, you get through this first, but it is an option because I don't think the sprinters are massively strong here at the moment, not like the old days, so there is an opportunity. But, horses that are running well and in good form, winning form's winning form, and I just like to put him in these races with no weight, and I think it's a big plus. So whether he's good enough for a Lions City Cup, I don't know. He need to win this week and win impressively, but, it's an option that's there. It's good money for the owners. If I run him in a Class 3, he's got to carry 57 now or something, 58, so he might as well run in this race and carry 51 on his back, so it gives him a chance to run well. Whether he's good enough, I'm not sure.
You certainly know what it takes to win Lion City Cups.
Yeah, I've won a few of them, but anyway, I haven't got a horse like him at the moment.
Yes, indeed. Limbs Cruiser there, having won obviously a couple of Lions City Cups. Just on Charisma there, his size is a guy called Ragu, who absolutely loves the horse, and you saw the care and attention they get around at the stables. He's a lovely horse, Charisma. Hasn't won on turf, but he's very progressive. Yeah,
he likely raced in the turf, perhaps 4 starts in the turf, 2 placings so far. So with this form, maybe if he can carry into the turf track, he might just able to get some result from him.
Yeah, and just on, before we get to selections, obviously if you do like Zach Carser, which we do, you've got to fancy Churchill as well, because he was right in the mix with him last time. And both Ray and I have got him in our selections for this one. Really good race. The real star turn is Top Night. Let's have a look at the numbers for this. I can't tip him on Top Night because I feel Zach Carter's the one to be with, a bit like Ray here. But Top Night, I think he can run really well at the start of his preparation for this year. Churchill in for third, and Skywalk goes in as well. This is a super race. 4, 1, 8 and 2.
Yeah, super race in the turf. Of course, I'll go for number 4, Zach Carter. His performance in turf was outstanding. Number 2, Skywalk has been showing some ability in the turf as well, and slowly progressing. Number 8, Churchill, and Polytrack House in number 11, Charisma. Hope he can handle the turf track.
Yes, indeed. I hope he can for his connections as well. Obviously, formerly having tasted Group 1 success with Bahana in a Gold Cup back in 2016. We've got so much more still to come. It's only just heating up here on Track Talk. We've got Sure Will Do and more from Stephen Gray after the break. Plus, Heartening Flyer and Tiger Roar will be going head-to-head in Race 11 as well. So much more still to come. Stay with us here on Track Talk.